Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. We talking about TD Jakes on this one, y'all. Listen to this.
I came to hear the master say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant."
Gino Jennings is a bold preacher.
That I was using somebody else's clip, but let's go for a ride. So, first thing I want to point out, y'all notice, now people cry and stuff, but when people cry after wrongdoing, getting caught, not telling people they did it, he didn't come before his church and say, hey y'all listen up, they gonna come out and they gonna say I'm a power bottom because I was throwing it back on guys and stuff like this and blah blah blah, and just work with me, I'm struggling. Like, he still should have stepped down because it's just too extreme. Like, it ain't like he was catching one of these what y'all call baddies out here and just said what Leroy Love said, "You won this round, devil." No, he tried to do all the stuff behind the scenes, and I've been warning y'all about him for a while. Some of y'all wasn't really on my old channel. I think what they did was, when Ringo TV was talking about them preachers, they just kept trying to knock his channel down, and eventually he was gone for a little while, then he came back. With me, they just shadow banned the heck out of me. Like, they wasn't letting nobody know about my videos, they wasn't letting nobody watch my video. I've been on YouTube since 2008. And if you go to my old channel, you know it's hidden because I still only have a total of 9,000 some odd views on the channel. There's been up with tags on the videos. Now, y'all know I ain't the best with this editing and all that. Never have been. But that's back when we was using webcams. The little webcam in the front of your computer. I was on there since 2008. So other people was talking about it. Sought to Light. They completely took him out of there. And he had to edit it. He had some good video. Sought to the Light. Yeah, watch these people. He ain't even looking. He finna walk out in the street. And he talking this shit, which sometimes I don't see a problem with. But he tried to cry after wrongdoing like a female. I say, yep, power bottom. It's true. Because that's what women do. Like, anybody that ever had a girlfriend or ever been married, it don't matter what their race is. I don't know why y'all keep bringing up race. When they want to believe they right and you standing on them, there's going to be some occasional crying. Sound just like he did. I say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. He got some, what is it called? Domingos. What's that sugar? But, you know, I don't want to even. And people, why are y'all still calling these rumors? When this been going on, like, I did a blog talk on a story, and it's probably still on the computer if he ain't had it taken down, where he had a scandal with a man back in the day when he first started getting big, and they said he bought the guy a pink Lincoln, or somebody a while ago. Either he bought him a pink Lincoln or the guy bought him. Somebody got a pink Lincoln. So this ain't new. Then you got the guy in his church that I believe they paid him not to talk, but he's still trying to come forward. You got Manasseh that's saying that TD Jakes was trying that with him. and he wouldn't say who did it. When y'all hear me talking about the one that wear mascara, I be talking about Manasseh. He called himself a prophet like I do, but ain't no prophet gonna be wearing no mascara, man. But who's keeping score? Y'all follow him? Hey, he gonna stand before the Most High like I do. And I talk about this all the time with these guys. Nobody's perfect, but some things just shouldn't be. Some things just shouldn't be. Now, when they mess with a woman, like what's his name? It was under TD Jakes. The guy in Denver, John, what's his name? John, there was a couple preachers came up under TD Jakes. One of them, they caught him paying off some woman. I'm like, okay, whatever. He kind of, like, he didn't keep it all the way real, but he kept it kind of real when he got caught. Sanford and Son going 5 miles an hour. Come on, man. Let me go the other way. You be losing time driving behind some of these people, man. So go the other way. I'd be all day driving behind him. That's only one lane right there. So, to me, I read body language. I'm not an expert, but I kind of understand it. You know, I always had a little picture of understanding, but that understanding just grew tremendously. Being working in corrections. Like I can recall a time where I was on what's called West 2. That's a pod, West 2. The MCAT program. I was on the West 2 pod, and I was looking out the window, and I said, did I call a pod? I might have called a pod, but I said, look at them out there. I told my guys, I said, they're gonna be fighting before they go in. Watch what I'm telling you. So because I was looking at all their body language, I said, it's finna be a fight. And so the time came for them to go in. Lo and behold, they got the throwing down. It was a big fight, like a bunch of people fighting. And I couldn't help them because I got to stay on my unit. I was the only one over there. All I could do is sit there and watch. I just could not believe. I said, man, look at these dudes. Look how they was throwing down. And I knew a lot of them because they had been in my pod different times. But it was 2 Latinos. I said, look at that. I said, man, them Latinos be sticking together, boy. They was friends, like they grew up together. But what happened was, one of them was friends with the black dude that his friend was fighting. He was friends with him. So he tried to go after his friend. Man, they both put up that wall. They was side by side waiting on him to run in there. And he took off running the other way. He had posted up towards them. They practically put that wall up. They was side by side waiting for him to run up. And both of them was fighters too. He was going to get beat up. And I believe, now this is what I'm telling you about how loyal they is. I believe part of the reason why they got him was because he jumped on the Latino staff. They didn't like him from that point. So I'm watching, like, as soon as they got put over there, because they was on my pod, like with the little C-19 stuff. I was the intake pod, and they had to be isolated. So they would put them on my pod, so the staff wouldn't be getting over on some of the other staff being out there, not knowing if they had it. They already knew that they wasn't getting out there until it was time on my pod. So he jumped on the staff that worked the shift before me, like I was relieving him. And so I was on them too. I said, man, you could try that with me if you want. You already know how it's gonna go. You know, I ain't him. Now, I don't mean it disrespectfully. He caught him kind of slipping too. He had what he did was he had on some flip-flops because he was finna go home. And dude, it was a water cooler on top of the desk, you know, because it was the summertime. And he threw the water cooler out. There was water everywhere, so he was slipping. But they got him, man. I believe they got him because he did that to him in part too. Like, you know, they loyal, man. I told y'all yesterday, and then black people trying to come on there. Oh, man, you said, listen, man. I know all of them ain't loyal. That's not a talking point. I know all of any group ain't loyal. But I'm telling you, like, mostly, like, I had some instances in Texas. But some of that was them just being loyal to each other. Like I told y'all about the time when I was working in fast food overnight. And I came to work. She practically tried to send me back home trying to get one of their people on there. I'm like, man, how he need to go back home? How you gonna hire somebody when the manager is gone on vacation? That's how loyal they is. Then I had another job to theyself, to their own. I had another job. They gave me the job, right? The lady took the job back and lied, said it wasn't available. I believe she gave that to one of them. You know? So sometimes they loyalty to each other was biting me on the butt down there. But they was being loyal to me in some instances too. You know, now I had issues with some of them, man, because Texas is a different. You go down there, you better be ready, man. You better be ready, and you better understand that they got Texas, man. Like they was down there bullying white dudes. They got Texas. But let me get back to the subject. Y'all, including me, I can't say, it's been time, I told y'all, I done sent TD Jakes money in the past myself. It was a long time ago. But I sent him money on numerous occasions. I was buying his videos. I bought his Sacred Love songs. That's good music, you know, for a Christian that just don't want that all the way gospel sounding music all the time. Like, it's alright sometimes. But as I grew, I started looking at that like, man, these people ain't perfect either. And then when I started noticing they using them idolatrous names at times and words, I just stopped really listening like that. I got a couple songs in my playlist. And listen, couple of my favorite gospel songs is his church. I'ma always listen to it, man. You know, a couple of them, the Potter's House Choir. So, but he knew he ain't had no business doing that, man. I keep telling y'all that some of these guys just know how to talk. They grew up in the church, so they know the lingo. They done seen preachers preach. So, a lot of them can and will fool you. They can and will fool you. Don't get it twisted. They can and will fool you. So, looking at his body language, I say, yeah, he did that, man. Yeah, he did that. It's practically like, you know how somebody sleeping with somebody and the person they trying to hide it from come in and they get their clothes on just in time? That's TD Jakes. Scramble, they get their clothes on. What you doing in here? Oh, nothing. I've been in a situation like that back in the day. I was like 20, maybe 21. And I went to this girl house that I had been talking to. You know, I was talking to so many of them, but I went to her house and we did the thing. And her stepdaddy came home. I'm like, why is he coming home? I said that to her. She didn't respond. He kept trying to get in the room. I'm like, man, is he messing with her? Because her mother wasn't there. And he like, come on, let me in. Trying to talk in a soft voice. And me and her was holding the door. You know he wasn't stronger than me. I bet he was like, man, what's... I had that door pinched shut. He could not budge it. He was not stronger than me. Like, I had that door. Me and her had our hands on it like this. But then she kind of got away from the door. She was trying to put her clothes on. And I still had that door like pinned. So, anyway, T.D. Jakes, like I told y'all, what I believe he should do, I believe he should forget about that preacher. He already got enough money. Some people, he ain't gonna never be wrong in their eyes, man. He should just go do something else, man. Just go chill out. Go hang around Sarita. People been talking about her too, like how they say, remember how Benny Hinn's wife used to look drugged? People think Sarita be drugged, how she be looking and acting. I don't know. Like, what I do believe though is this stuff is true. And here, allegedly, this is what I think. Like, as a prophet, this is what I think. I'm not saying for sure, but this is what I think. I think they was having those parties, and I heard they was doing that stuff at MegaFest too, but we ain't keeping score on that. They was having those parties. It's possible that T.D. Jakes done mess with a lot of them dudes. It's just a matter of time. It's all finna come out, man. They gonna have to drop that cash to stop it. They say it was politicians, it was other celebrities, all type of people. All type of people at these parties. But I want to end this by saying, stop elevating and exalting these guys. Just like I told y'all with women, make them earn any title that you give them. Make these pastors earn any recognition that you give them. Don't be sharing nobody's videos that you don't know them like that. Or if you don't know them like that, ain't nothing came out on them like this, it's all right. You can share their video. But we gotta, the Christian church, I know firsthand, being a prophet, the Christian church is about done. Like, and there's many reasons. I'm gonna get into that next. I'm gonna make 3 videos today. And tomorrow, I'm chilling. Probably won't make any. But I'm gonna break that down, and then we gonna do Sunday sermon, because that goes hand in hand. All these videos like connect the dots. So I'm gonna get into some reasons why the Christian church is done. It's not all the way done. People still gonna be getting saved. The Most High gonna leave it open so he can bring people into his kingdom. He already know they got a lot of false doctrine. They be trying to spiritually bully people. They pagan. We gonna get into that next. Stay tuned.